get out of had to get out of a certain area because I there was no through the night. You know, you know, it was o'clock in the morning, so I was like, man, just pull over and I found the spot. Some of the another, and I got called everything, but it's not safe. And I woke up this morning, I'm driving, truck, check, check. Oh, I'm focusing on driving. Subjects, different everything. What was that for? Was that for the guy that just cut me off? Oh, hold on. Hold on. I ain't gonna hit restream in a minute. Let's see. Cut it off and start it back. Just been one, two. Um, cutting in and out. Oh, okay. Well, I am in Florida. It's probably DeSantis' fault. We'll try to keep going. Oh, okay, yeah. I turned it off and turned it back on. Um, but we tend to take stuff personal when we're on YouTube or on these other platforms, and we tend to. Okay, great. Um, and we tend to forget that these are other people's lives. I was told it's dangerous to be on the side of the road. Um, well, what if you broke down? You see what I'm saying? What if you broke? What if you broke down? It's dangerous. And then I woke up and I'm driving, and I got all these truckers on the side of the road asleep at the rest stop. But that ain't dangerous. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And but that brings in the subject I want to talk about: constipated cruiser. Because I found that after doing this, and I remember before I met Norm, I never took a vacation. I think I had one vacation in almost in 20 years. It was like, said time off, something happened, I never stayed at a job long enough. or the whole 9 yards. But now, you know, um, I've been at this job. I think I'm going on 8 years. I've been with Nike for 8 years. Um, I made mistakes. I'm surprised I still got a job. To be honest with you, okay, there's an accident or a cop pulled someone over up there. Now the lights went out, but I don't. Yeah, I still see them. You always want to get over when you see, when you see lights flash in the cop. That's $1,000 ticket. You go by a cop that's pulled someone over. Get over. I don't know. I don't know for a car, but it's $1,000 ticket to just get over. But it is what it is. Um, but I learned once I started cruising that I enjoy going. I need a vacation from the vacation because I don't rest. They're ripping and running and doing all kind of crap. And I'm not that one that has to, when in cruising, I'm not the one that has to do the excursions. And it's even worse, I'm not the one that wants to do the excursions that are not sponsored by the cruise ship because those excursions, if the bus breaks down, if the truck breaks down, or whatever to get you back to the ship, you're the ship will leave you. So I've already be spazzing out when I can't see the ship, and everybody doesn't understand. And that's me. If I can't see that ship, I got a problem because I don't want to be that idiot that gets left. Oh, we got time, yeah, whatever. But no, I'm not that one. But that's what I learned to enjoy going on these cruises. Struggling, but it is what it is. Everybody else, nobody said no, but things are expensive. You know, but one of the other things about cruising, and it just brought out the gluttony in me. Because when I first started cruising, I'm 300 plus. I'm like 240. Like I think I'm 246. I gained about 16 pounds. Because I was like 233 somewhere around there. Don't forget the man. But I was not eating healthy, and you put food in front of me, even though you pay for it, you put food in front of me, especially before the pandemic, it actually tastes like something. And I would get up on, I think our first cruise, I was just, you mean we can go back again and have more? And we can go back again and have more? And we could go back again and have more? It got to the point when I get up extra early. By the time Norma woke up and we've been having breakfast, I done ate breakfast about 3 or 4 times. And it just, I was eating so much. And I have a weak stomach muscle, whatever, GERD or acid reflux, everything comes up. I was throwing up all the time. Didn't care. I'd go up, go back to the room, throw up, clean up, not force myself, but I just would, bring it up. And it was crazy. And then, it got to the point where I was controlling my foolishness, and it would only happen in the middle of the night. Once you lay down and you're in full stomach, that stuff comes up and you're running to the bathroom. And but one thing I noticed, literally for the whole week, one thing I noticed for the whole week is I was not doing a number two. And literally a few days after that, I was not doing a number two. And I didn't know that that's not normal. I know, this is disgusting. Yeah, well, we're talking, adult stuff. I didn't know that, and when you eat so much that your stomach is tight. I mean, literally, for every cruise, my stomach was rock hard tight, and we would forget breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was breakfast, lunch, and dinner in between snacks, in between meals. Hey, what you doing? I'm going back to the marketplace. What you doing? I'm going to Guy's Burger Joint. I'm getting two more burgers. And then later you're like, oh, my stomach. You're like, oh. And even though I was completely miserable, even though I was completely miserable, yeah, and you're right, not good. Even though I was completely miserable, this is what I just kept on doing over and over and over and over and over. And, once I started getting and listening, that's how I listen. I learned by listening and eventually, something's going to rub off. Eventually, something's going to rub off about eating more healthy. Um, eventually, I didn't say it. I didn't say it was overnight because it was. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. I got this. Florida has an agricultural station. They want to know what you're carrying or whatever. I'm carrying a bunch of fruit juice. Yeah, I'm carrying from Welch's something or other. But eventually, I figured out that this was not normal. The gluttony, the gluttony part of cruising is not normal. Making yourself miserable and thinking that's okay is not normal. Heavy breathing and it's not normal. But I'm not not a normal person. But thank God and thank goodness for my digital friends that don't pull their punches to let me know, um, hey, what you're doing ain't right. What how you're living ain't right. Um, when and I'm not saying I was perfect when I went on the Utopia, but I calmed it down a whole lot, and I need to calm it down even more. But the good thing about Utopia, they just didn't have just an all-out you could grab stuff. It was stuff in smaller portions, in smaller sections, and small like they had pre-made sandwiches, but they were bite-sized. So you didn't go crazy. And in the breakfast line, for carnival, they serve bacon. They got someone dishing it out to you. They're gonna give you a piece of bacon for max. And I remember when it was breakfast time, and I'm sitting there, and I was looking at that mound of bacon. I was looking at that mound of bacon, and my alarm went up, and I was like, yo, this is a test. somebody watching me. If I get greedy, I'm gonna be embarrassed. Somebody's gonna embarrass me, and I put the and I hold up, and it was embarrassing, and I didn't laugh it off, but I was like, you know what? I need to, I said to myself, I took human portions, which I'm so proud of, and I was taking human portions to the whole thing. And to top it off, I set myself up to win, and uh, uh, 34. I don't know why they're bringing me in. I'm only 34,000, but it's what it is. Yeah, let me slow down. You coming into the scale house fast, flying. Let's see. This is the worst thing for a truck driver had to come into the scale house. you know, for Pete's sake, I'm only 34. Make sure I get the tires on the right spot. All right, now I can get back going. But see, the thing is, a lot of like the overweight people, you know, you can't tell them they're overweight. How dare you? That's the way an overweight person thinks. But when we start figuring out, okay, that's not healthy. This is not right. This is not doing this. I'm not going to the bathroom. Something ain't right. You know, yo, before I went, and I'm not, you ain't supposed to do that. I drank a whole on the Utopia. I drank a whole gallon or one of the quart things of uh, prune juice and cleared my system out. And I was taking fiber to keep my system moving because I don't know what they put in that food. It clogs you up. And I don't know, and but I slowed down. And the fact is, I need to keep slowing down. The fact is, I need to, it, you know, Charles has said because he's in here. What's going on, Bob? Uh, it took you. I remember he said it took you so many years to f yourself up. You got to allow yourself that much time to fix yourself. I went. I think I was like three. I was above 300, and then I dropped. I dropped down 60, 70 some odd pounds, and then gained 50 back, then dropped it, and then gained 40 back, then dropped it. And each time that I go back up, I'm dropping a little bit more, and I'm getting skinnier and skinnier. Not skinny, but I'm dropping and dropping. And each time I'm looking at myself in the mirror and saying, "Hey, no, no, I don't need that. Nah, I don't want that." even though, like, for be honest with you, compared to Carnival, Royal Caribbean's food was a whole lot better. It was a whole lot better. And I don't want to really talk about the liquor, but the fact is, 10 years on Carnival, all this overeating, my stuff full. I didn't get buzzed. I didn't get nothing. Alcohol, it was a waste of time. It was a waste of time sneaking alcohol on the ship. It was a waste of time drinking alcohol because I was not even feeling a little nice. I didn't realize because I changed at least the amount of food that I was eating, then I got buzzed. And I left my 4K camera. I left my brand new 4K camera. I left my brand new mount and tripod and everything. Got up, walked away. And Charles came back, gave it to me. And he was getting on me, and Norma was going to want to get on me. I was so buzzed, I didn't give a flip. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a flip. And I realized, oh, okay, wait a minute. I'm changing my habits, and I'm I've changed my habits, and now I'm catching a vacation buzz, and I was like, is this what happens when you eat like when you almost eat like a normal human being, and you're not clogged up? You see what I'm saying? When you're walking and exercising, and hey, cruising, and you're walking and you're exercising. But the thing is, I can always tell. And this comes, but listen, we talking old folks now. We ain't young. When I start farting too much, when I start passing gas, I'm not eating. That's a prime alarm that my gut, my my gut, my gut microbes or whatever, something ain't right down there. I was blowing, I was blowing folks away. And I'm walking in the boardwalk and dropping bombs. I'm dropping bombs left and right on the Utopia and not flinching and not even going, oh, somebody done. I just kept on, I'm like an old man, just kept on walking. And I said, okay. When I got off the ship, I went and got some. I know this is not, entertainment, but we're just talking here. I had to get my stomach back in order. I went and got some kimchi. When you want trying to get your stomach back in order, you know, um, you get some kimchi. One, it'll clean you out, and two, it'll get your stomach back right. Um, or get those pills with the microbes in it or whatever. But I'm trying to do the natural stuff, and it was a learning experience to not go back for the fourth and fifth plate. No, don't get me wrong. I went back. I went back twice or whatever. Raw. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sauerkraut. Gotcha. And see, look, I'm learning stuff. But the thing is, it took 57 years. I'll be dead by the time I get it right. But it took 57 years to mess my head up and just eat, 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 eat. But now, there was a few times on the ship I was like, no, I'm good. I don't need anything. But there was a lot of times when I was walking and, well, let me walk in here. Is- How is this? Is this free? Is this free? You know, and you'd be proud of me. Even the desserts, I was over there in the sugar-free section, even though it was probably full of carbs or whatever. Yeah, blood sugar up. But the thing is, I didn't know for so many years what I was doing. I thought it was normal. It's not. We we had that who's that the big woman that plays the violin and everybody, oh, body positivity and dressing in nude stuff, and but she weighed a ton, and now she lost a lot of weight, and everybody's getting on her. What about body positivity? You know what probably happened? The doctors said, look, you're going to kill yourself. You're making money. You're killing yourself, and you're going to be, your blood sugar's probably through the roof. Your blood pressure's up. Your vitals are not okay. You can't even do the dance steps. You need to lose the weight. And we all say, well, this is the European size charts and all that stuff. But you got to remember, when we were slaves, they crossbred us over and over and over to make, make more babies and make it. We're more thicker, than when they had the stronger guys. They crossbred us over and over and over. And it messed us up. It messes up a little. This is what we're supposed to be. No, this is because we have been bred to work in the fields. We've been bred to make more babies. We've been bred to do all of this. And if our head has been messed up for so many years, you better eat all that food off your plate. I remember when I was in boot camp, and I'm still doing it. I would eat everything as quick as I possibly can. I'm eating all this stuff so fast that I didn't give my mouth, my stomach, and what teeth I have left time to register that I've eaten. You're supposed to chew your food 32 times. I'm like 1, 2, 3 swallow. And wonder why I'm all clogged up. And wonder why I got a sour stomach and my stomach's all off the charts. I can't find nothing, or you want you. That's why I don't throw nothing now. I don't get rid of my clothes because I go up and down, up and down, up and down. But slowly, I'm going up and down, slowly and slowly and slowly. So hopefully, one day I am going to finally get it right. Hopefully, hey, somebody do me a favor. I know I think Nightbot's off, but somebody just type in "can't stop" and see if it dropped the link, because I know Nightbot was set up for a restream. I haven't seen it in a while, but um, the reason I say these things because when you're on vacation, you're walking, it's like you gotta be it's like you're really setting yourself up to fail. I decided, I think it was yesterday, I'm gonna try for my birthday cruise to get down to 230. It's really kind of sort of about 16 pounds. It's kind of sort of like 16 pounds. I'm gonna have to go back in there and figure why Nightbot's off. I think Nightbot. Yeah, I think Nightbot's off. I gotta get back in the Nightbot and see what the heck happened. But nobody said on this channel that we get everything right and we buy the book, because it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, Mike, I think that happened before a while ago, a couple of years back. Nightbot just turned off, and I had to go back in there and reset it. So, it is what it is. But, you know, that sometimes you got to um, get in and reset you got to reset your mentality. You got to reset your mentality. I'm so thankful for my life. I'm so thankful for my friends. I'm so thankful for what I got. Like I get to go home today. Going home, after I drop this load off and fight the traffic, go home. I'm gonna get about maybe 2 or 3 rolls and make me some plugs and put it in a few areas on the lawn and continue to build my lawn. I'm on a mission this year. We're going to um, Hey Charles, if you are still in there, you want a case of mayonnaise? I got 3, 4, 5. I got 5 cases of mayo. I forgot about it. I got 5 cases of mayonnaise. um, I'm going to be, like I said, I'm just going to get a little bit. I got to get back on the budget so that I can catch some of these bills up. I got to get back on the budget. I found it's for $2 a bag. I could buy the big stuff, pay $20, but it's $2. I think 2.65 at Walmart. It's cow manure and compost mix, and I'm down in Florida. I'm passing by mile marker 463. Heading to Georgia. Heading to Georgia. Georgia. Hey, did anybody see? Oh, Jeremy's in here. What's going on, man? Hey, did anybody see that Virgin has a sale going on for $99 a day? It's $99 a day. I want to go on Virgin, but uh, I think Norma would love Virgin. Because Norma loved all this exercising and the exercise classes. They got adult exercise classes. They're the joke. You know that thing that you go up and down like the great state of Florida. Florida. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to make you guys ears bleed. Sorry. Um, but I one of the things I need to get back on track. The reason that's why the main that is part of the subject. I need to get back on track. I haven't been eating right. I haven't been sleeping right. I have a new smartwatch that's telling me I'm not getting into deep sleep. I have been sleeping right. I'm not going to take the melatonin and all that. That stuff it messes up your clock. But I'm getting back onto the low carb scene. I'm getting back to eating healthy. I'm getting back to because what that helps me with when it's time to get back to the vacation. It's time to get back to the stuff. I'm set to, okay, let's walk, let's do this, let's do that. Because I tried to walk on Utopia of the Sea. They have a walking day, but then I get up early in the morning. That is the most scariest area. I know they have cameras everywhere, but that is the most scariest area to be at. If you want to do some underhanded stuff, that's the area to be in. If you want it, and I don't promote this, and this is for entertainment purposes only. If you've had enough with life itself, there's spots on that walking deck at that time of morning. You can do you. I say it like that. And I'm not promoting anything. I'm not saying anything. But I was thinking about it because no one would know. And it's spooky. When I say spooky, it's spooky. They even got a spot for a dog. If you had a dog on board, there's an area where the dog can go do his thing. It's on the other side. And I seen the video of what happens. I did a short video of those tubes, what happens, and you get and they explode and they drop down and you can escape the ship. And they have another. I forgot to record it, but there's this big white room that you go in that would help you get down to the rafts. It's crazy. It's crazy, but they got a good setup there. Hey, Kenneth, what's going on, buddy? Um, but we're set up to go on one of the older Royal Caribbean. I can't remember the boat. Charles knows what boat I'm talking about because we're going together, and I'm going to be paying that off probably this week. I probably pay it off tonight. Breaks my heart. Hey, Fisher Jamie, how you been? Um, hey, okay, Fisher Jamie, tell uh, Swoops, I sent a company her way. Um, and we all adults here. We all adults here. Company says, yeah, they sent me an email. Well, welcome, can't stop walking, but love boat the cruise. We'd like you to promote uh, our product. If you would just check it out on Amazon, and it turned out it was a giant purple. It was a giant purple thing of a box. I'm gonna say it like that. Let's see. Use your thing with a suction cup attachment. And I'm like, what? 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 On my channel is walking, cruising, and lawnmower cutting, mowing grass or whatever. But you got the big purple, what you call it. And I'm like, nah. I'm good. I'm good. But I know someone who does an adult show. I don't know if y'all still do it on Saturday nights, at midnight. I said, you could, send her a message, might promote it or whatever. But nah, I'm okay. I'm just fine. I get companies want me to test out their lawnmower blades or whatever. I wish I could come and give me some sneakers, stuff like that, but the big purple pusher, really? I, show me what video I gave you that I made you think that's what I was into. You know, Jesus. Oh my goodness. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're all adults. And look, half the stuff I got don't work anymore anyway. Type 2, type thing. It work when it feel like it. But hey, I'm working on that song palmetto and everything else. But that's why look, Get with somebody you really love, and look, sometimes physical stuff stops. What do you say? Hey, look, I'm old. What you want? I don't care. But I'm I'm looking forward to continuing to cruise. You got stuff going on. There's people getting rowdy and fighting, and I'm going to mind my cruise life business on the next cruise and the next cruise and the next cruise. I'm going to mind my cruise life business because people don't understand. They gonna put you. There's a video out right now. They put 18 people off in the Bahamas. Everybody making a big deal. Okay, but that's 18 people. Okay, well, I heard there's a ferry. There's a ferry that goes back to Miami. Oh, well, we need to find that ferry. You know what I'm saying? We need to find out where that ferry is and get on home. You know, but the mentality of folks, most people ain't warned. I did a video. Uh, a while back when they have the instruction video on how to put the 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 life jackets on and where to go and all that. They got instruction videos like that. They need to add to that. That if and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you decide to act the fool, if you drink too much, you will you will have to deal with the consequences. On Carnival, we charge you an extra $500 on your sail and save card. And we also will either one, depending on the infraction, make you restrict you to your cruise cabin. Two, call the authorities and have you escorted off the boat at the next stop, and you will not be able to cruise Carnival anymore. You will be banned for life, and you will have to figure out how to get home. So we ask that you refrain from the from the fuckery or the foolishness. Excuse me. We ask you to refrain and act like you have some sense. If not, we're going to have to take the actions. You know, people don't, even the hood folks realize that. But some people is just straight stupid. Like the ones that are in customs fighting. The ones in customs. That was straight stupid. I don't understand. That's like being in the airport. You go ahead and fight on the airport. You're gonna be on a no-fly list. Look, I'm almost platinum, but everybody else I cruise with is platinum. I'm gonna take the hit because why you say that? Well, I didn't let nobody. I'm gonna take the hit, and I'm going to be the biggest. I'm gonna be the biggest drama fan. Oh my gosh, she hit me. I'm gonna take the hit. And I'm like, oh, somebody call security. Because you're not getting me off of this ship. You'll be laughing because I'll be screaming like a woman running down the boardwalk. Security! Like 20 people chasing me because you're not kicking me off this ship. Because when I was like, look, check the cameras. I ain't swing on nobody. I tried to get away. I ran. It'll be a YouTube video. This fool running, screaming like a woman. Uh, well, I hope you. And I'm screaming like a woman, and I do a video, yep, because I'm not getting banned for life. Like guys, I was sneaking. I snuck alcohol. I ain't anymore. Cruising on the high seas and travel. I think my night bot's off. I gotta fix it. I, I believe my night bot's off. So I'm sorry about that. I gotta fix that. I haven't been on Restream in God knows how long. But what I'm saying is, here's the thing. You're not gonna mess up my cruise. I'm not gonna mess up my cruise. I done paid all this money. See, because like they say, most of that stuff that be going on, them fights and everything, it'd be 2 o'clock in the morning after the club done got out or whatever. Uh, Shoot, I'd be in the bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm probably up the 13th time because I'm going to the bathroom and getting ready to get up early to do a podcast or whatever. I'm not worrying about you. I'm not talking mess about you. Oh, I'm not, do you see what I'm saying? I'm not, look, and when I hear about stuff, I don't blame the whole race of people. I just blame ignorant people. You see what I'm saying? I just blame ignorant people. Don't be ignorant. And, we talking I'm all over the place, but this is how we do on this too. I'm all over the place. Well, thanks for coming by cruising on the high seas travel. Hey, y'all, if y'all get a chance, check the new people out that came in to say hello. Dave comes from Cruising is Fun anytime. You're well appreciated. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. If I didn't acknowledge you, I'm sorry. I'm driving. We don't want me to crash. We don't want me to go boom boom. We don't want none of that. That would that would be great. You'd hear me screaming again like a woman. Oh Lord. Oh man, I'm a hot mess. But it is what it is. I done made myself happy for the rest of the day, man, which is good. I gotta take the truck into the shop for its annual maintenance. So I got the red bag. I drop it off, and I'll have the rest of the day off. So I'll be playing in the yard, do some yard stuff. Um, Other than that, that is it for this morning. Thank you for coming in and listening to this foolishness. Going on the cruise in Cancun. I'm full of stuff, full of manure. Oh boy, yeah, I'm full of it. That's what it is. should have been the subject. I'm full of it. All right, guys. Coming up next, wellness with Frugal Mama. Get your workout on in fashion sense in uh, positive motivation. Eddie Lugo Studios, 7:15, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central. Cruising is fun anytime. Go live with us and Eddie Lugo Studios and Miss T with the T and anybody else that is broadcasting. Yo, let me know. I'll throw your name out there. I ain't got no sense. But as always, guys, if you think nobody loves you, know that I love you. God loves you. Uh, Stay safe. Be positive. Eat positive. Don't be doing like I do. Eat positive. Try to exercise the best you can. Enjoy your life because it's the only life you got. As always, know that I love you. God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.